Gensler from the SEC says, look, they're creating securities day after day after day. There's a Ripple case. They may not even win the Ripple case. But the Binance is very different because that's basically saying, okay, we've got a criminal enterprise and we've got to stop the criminal enterprise. And so we're going to give them the death sentence. I think it's a Northern Illinois federal court. I think the win. Binance, it's not a question of cleaning up their act. There is no act.
There is no act to clean up.
No. This Binance piece from CFTC is a death sentence.
You tweeted about that. You said it paints a picture of a company gone rogue.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually fun. If you read it, it's kind of like a Netflix. I mean, honestly, I don't know if Reed, maybe Serendos. It's an 8-part Drops All at Once series about a group of people who are making fools of us. Now, by the way, they're not making fools like the PRC is, because that's just a huge.
Well, it's funny you mention that because the FT's got a piece this morning about Binance and how they, for years, took efforts to hide their ties to China.
You got to read it. It's just very funny, and they managed to be able to make it so the curse words are they're redacted a little bit, so it's family fun.
I'm all that.
Yeah, but what's amazing about it is they said we're not doing business here, and yet this was their biggest market. They said they had real no touch here, and yet they're trading futures here. I mean, it's incredible the amount of they may be the biggest scofflaw I have seen. Next, but you see, you got that very low bar Sam Bankman-Fried, right?
Well, there was a point at which this was the quote savior to things like Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yeah, I feel so much better. It's not Madoff.
Right.
There it is. I'm going to make the statement right now. Binance is not Madoff. I'm putting it out there.
Oh, that said, Jim, then why is Bitcoin holding in if that liquidity is at risk?
Because Bitcoin is actually the subject of a very difficult congressional issue. I mean, you've got Gensler who's trying to go against the idea of creating coins with Coinbase, and Gensler's bet 30 times on Coinbase, and they may have a Wells notice going there, but they've not been able to do anything to damage Bitcoin, and here we are discussing Republic Bank. I mean, Bitcoin versus Republic, I don't know. I went by a Republic yesterday when I was on my way in Time Warner Center, and I said, well, put a Bitcoin store next to it.
It's the best quarter for Bitcoin since Q1 21.
It's a rebellion. It's a kind of a, it's a rebellion against the system. And I think the system is viewed as corrupt by many people. And
this complaint basically says that Binance and Zhao himself deliberately and systematically cultivated U.S. business, helped U.S. persons get around those restrictions, and even did things internally to try to hide how much U.S. business they were doing. If you read the complaint, there is so much detail to it. It suggests that they did have some information from people inside. And so that's what I mean by the level of detail. It's really quite striking.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we had Bitcoin and crypto get a little pump right now. We are pulling back. But we know on that Binance news, we know a lot of traders are going to short. And we know the Fed likes to take your money. And we had XRP going a nice run. But guys, you know I do a video at the beginning of every year letting you know the XRP pumps the first quarter of every year, and it's been no different. So it has nothing to do with this case. But as you heard, Jim Cramer says that XRP may win the case. And we know if Jim Cramer says it, it's not a good thing. It's normally the opposite. Now, guys, don't forget we have back tomorrow. Those who've been with me from the beginning know back was in the middle of the month. And then they moved it to the end of the month, which was a great strategic move. Because, guys, we knew that we were going to have a dump when back came in the middle of the month. And then we would pull back again at the end of the month. But since back was changed to the end of the month, we would pump on Thursday and then pull back slightly on Friday. But remember, guys, we have quarterly futures on Friday that's going to end. So cryptos and stocks are going to be pulling back unless they drive yields down, they drive the dollar down, and I don't see that happening. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates which were pumping first thing this morning, and then they started to pull back. And of course, we have the dollar moving slightly up. And then, of course, guys, we have volume, which volume is not that high, which is letting you know this is a temporary pump. And then, of course, guys, we have Tether and USDC. We have Bitstamp CEO says stable coins are the solution for crypto banking problems. And then also we have Circle announces USDC launch for Cosmos via Noble Network. And guys, we know stable coins are definitely the foundation of this new digital economy. Only thing it is token, not fiat dollars. And then, guys, of course, we have the Fed. Repo still over 2.2 trillion. And we have the central banks raising rates and running off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Now we have BlackRock says the market betting on Fed rate cuts this year are definitely wrong. And guys, we know something has to happen. We have to have a crisis in order for them to start doing rate cuts. And we know we hear those drums are beating, but it's a light drum. And I don't see those drums picking up until the end of the year going into next year. And that's when I see rate cuts. Right now, guys, they have plenty of distractions. And one of them is the debt ceiling. And then, of course, guys, we have the banking drama. And then we have the crypto drama. And we know this is all centered around the fourth industrial revolution. Remember, they have to get rid of the current banking model that we have right now. Because we know when it comes to tokenization, you're going to have real-time settlement, guys. So no more overdraft fees, no more bounce checks. Guys, that is billions and billions of dollars taken out of the global economy. So that's the reason why we're seeing this big consolidation. Remember, guys, you have to remember the goal, the fourth industrial revolution, this digital transformation, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And they get that free programmable money airdrop to them, telling them what, where, and when and how to buy, and they have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget about Grayscale. It's in about $23.3 billion. And then also, guys, again, we have Bitcoin, micro Bitcoin, Ethereum, micro Ethereum, futures contracts ending Friday, and then on top of it, quarterly futures ending on Friday. Now, guys, getting over into a little crypto news. We have the CFTC chief says that Ethereum is a commodity. And we know the previous CFTC chief said that Ethereum was a commodity. Not only that, it's the new internet. Now, guys, we have Gary Gensler in front of Congress April 18th. And we know they're going to come out with the fake grilling. We know it's all rehearsed. Now, we have DeFi platform Lido to cease staking on Polkadot and Kusama on August 4th. Now, we have the FDIC gives crypto depositors until April 5th to withdraw their funds from Signature Bank. And we know Silvergate and Signature Bank was used by the traditional finance as an scapegoat. We know the Fed causes the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And then lastly, guys, we have the former CFTC chair Timothy Massad speaks about lawsuit against Binance. And what did he say, guys? It looks like they had an insider. And don't forget, they have no offices in the United States. And then we had CNBC Jim Cramer throw in they had a link to China. So, guys, we're always going to get that China or Russia link, just like in the movies. Guys, remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.